Good afternoon, everyone. Katie Foster, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars for June 21st, 22nd, 23rd. The 21st was Father's Day, and it was also the sun entered Cancer, and it's the summer solstice. So it's powerfully about what moves us forward, what we're going to be nurturing over this period of time on the longest day as the most light allows us to request, to ask, to work together. The moon itself was in Virgo, moved void, of course, at 1:33 p.m., and then moved into Libra. And while it was in Libra, it was activating an expansion that's getting to the end of its Jupiter in Cancer point, and we are really looking at what is truthful and what is being uncovered in our understanding, our knowledge, what moves us forward, that ever burning kind of Jupiter energy that rules our Sagittarian placements. Meanwhile, there was some discernment about what would be moving us forward at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So really that sun that was now in Cancer moves forward with that moon for an understanding, for a balance, for some kind of harmony that was stepping forward for us to take a real look at and attract to ourselves intuitively, nurturing intuitively what is going to be bringing us balance while an awakening is happening in that Gemini. This is beyond just, oh, my experience. It's the awakening of all kinds of circuitry, all kinds of technological advancements, especially in the human body, how we think as a collective energy. And then today, which is Monday, the moon is still in that balanced energy. It is looking for a midpoint to understand where our responsibility steps forward, and it is moving in the background in what that vision, finding the responsibility of creating that vision, creating that awareness, creating that common mindset that is part of that evolutionary energy that is our awakening at the moment. Some major alignment is coming, and we are figuring out how to set up the systems that are going to work with that while we find the balance and align it with what we treasure and what we honor. That is what we're activating today. And we're looking for that midpoint in how do I either use the structures that I have or create ones that hold the space I need, the frequencies I need, and who I'm attracting in those frequencies. Very powerful. Why you're feeling wanting to spend time with some people, and other people you're just feeling I have to stay back from. And then tomorrow, the 23rd, that moon that's still in Libra is working with our communication, working with how we experience things. Remember, Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. And so Mercury right now is really working with how am I going to experience, use my voice, step forward, and expand. We have this conversation that's happening with our direct kind of communications and that Uranus energy of our expanded understanding of the technologies and communications that is happening constantly until the middle of July. The other thing this isn't about the alignment of our will, but rather understanding what's happening to us, but understanding it in this is something really different, and allowing ourselves the pause to integrate that. And as the week goes on, we'll be talking a whole lot more about that energy and what things are getting ready to move, because next week we have our Jupiter expansion energy moving into the placement of ourselves in truth, ourselves in learning. So we are building the capability. That word capacity is very important now. What capacities? Pay attention to, am I actively with my vibrational, my frequency working on right now? What capacity am I building? Ask yourself that question often over these next 4 weeks. Namaste. It's all part of this grand alignment.